Here that on Monday you can enjoy all the tries scored this weekend in the First Utility Super League full-time, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 2. Each and every try scored, and there's a cracker to watch again, scored in the first half here by Greg Johnson of the Salford Red Devils, who lead by 12 points to 8 as we prepare to start the second half. Well, it seemed to be a split decision amongst our experts tonight. Some picked Widnes, some picked Salford. Steve, you were quite quiet. Who are you picking in the second half? I'm
still going to go for a Widnes victory. I thought that they commanded for most of the first half, but as you can see, they're still 4 points behind. They've got to make sure that the defence, which was pretty solid for 30 minutes, trouble is, it just lost its way in that final 10 minutes. You can't afford to do that.
Paul Clough, who's on a season-long loan from the Saints, just played the ball here for the Widnes Vikings. They are in possession then, and that's Lloyd White. Big drive forward again, and Steve O'Connor. Lots talked about Dr. Marwan Kukash. Steve O'Connor, the man who, of course, has revitalised the fortunes of the Widnes Vikings in the past few years. Watching on, somewhat concerned, I think, from the far side of the field. Concerned because there's a 4-point deficit to make up,
which really should have been a 7-point in many ways, because it surprised me that Salford had an opportunity with just about a minute remaining. They could have gone for that field goal. That's good defence, though. You can see they're struggling to get out.
Minute of the second half gone. Widnes had the ball for the opening set, so now it's with the Red Devils, or the grey and yellow Devils as they are tonight. And Lee gives it to Smith, who gives it to Hansen, looks for the runner, and it's Jason Walton.
He was looking for the offload as well and should have got it. There was somebody there.
Smith with a kick, but
not
that's
a good one.
Straight into the arms of Paddy Flynn.
So it always worries me when players run with the ball carrying arm very, very loose. Look at it, just pull it into his chest at the vital moment.
Number 22 for Salford, by the way, another John Keir old boy. He was with Batley as well. Big hit by Harrison Hansen. Oh, that was a mess.
Got away with it.
He did. It seemed to roll forward first and then back. Here's Paul Clough again.
Allowed somewhat a bit of latitude there. Didn't get his foot with his left. That's the reason why Silverwood has allowed it to go on.
Brown.
Shocking pass.
Well, it wound its way to Dean on the bounce. Gleason's there, though. So too Greg Johnson.
Got to be a good kick.
It's with Brown. It goes high and it's spiralling everywhere. Oh, who wants this? Nobody does. That's been knocked back by Salford. It's surely 6 to go. No, the referee says play on. Here goes John! Towering bomb from Kevin Brown. It was allowed to bounce, and Joe Mellor, he is outstanding, isn't he? Third try of the season, one in each of the games, and he's got tries in each of the last 4 in Super League for Widnes, and tries in all 3 against Salford last year.
He got plenty of height in Kevin Brown, but nobody wanted it. Nobody shouted. But the lads have got a touch to it. Silverwood didn't see it. Definitely, it didn't matter. Mellor threw the dummy, did the little step. Nice little body swerve. Look at the balance as soon as he gets the opportunity. This should have been snapped up. You can see there, Williams was saying who wants it. Went for it there, the offload was good. Look at this. See how the eyes went out wide and the body went back on the inside. Perfect balance.
Perfect balance, perfect start for Joe Mellor.
It wasn't a perfect play the ball by Reece Hanbury, though, was it, in the set leading up to that? You'd be very frustrated if you were a Salford supporter right now.
Well, that would actually be okay, because although the first part of it was knocked forward accidentally, he then played the ball backwards, so that's all it needs to do. So that would have been okay.
Well, this is what the referee was looking at. He deemed that it had hit a Widnes player either way. That was neat, wasn't it? Little body swerve, that was enough, and surely this will put the home side in front.
Yes, it's level pegging, and it was Tickle who scored the injury time, let's call it that, penalty at the end of the first half. And he's converted Joe Mellor's try, so Widnes rests the lead back. 14 points to 12. Great start to the second half for the Vikings.
It's easy to watch the game as Steve O'Connor smiles with his brother, Brian, but it's easy to watch the game and say, well, do you know what? Never let the ball bounce. But what Mulaney had to deal with then was 5 players rushing up, putting pressure on him. His eye line was on the Widnes players. Kevin Brown had all the time in the world to place that kick where he needed it, and Joe Mellor, playing with the acceleration that he's got, just steps off that right foot. Great try.
Yeah, great try, great start to the second half. Bill, half-time news.
Well, it's a great start if you're a Widnes fan, not if you're in the Salford technical area just next to me, and they were absolutely furious, Stuart Donlan and his fellow coaches, with the sloppiness at the start of this second half that has cost them the lead of this game. They came out looking really positive, talking positive, and they've blown it with that little bit of carelessness. And Widnes with their tails up now. Widnes trying to up the pace. They reckon that they can run Salford off their feet. Salford looking to up the pace as well. It's going to get quick, this game.
Yes, quick, even quicker. That ball is lost. It's play on because he went without it, did Rhys Hanbury. There's such a contrast in the coaching boxes. Dennis Betts back in Super League in 2012. He was coach at Wigan in 2005. He's been here actually since 2011, preparing that year for the re-entry to the big time. Brian Noble, 350 coaching appointments behind him, 53 years of age, the elder statesman of the coaching business. He's guided the Crusaders, Wigan to the playoffs, Bradford, of course, to the grand final. National coach of Great Britain 2004, 2006. He's got the T-shirt, he's been there and he's done it all. And here he's trying to revitalise the fortunes of Salford. And he won't be giving this up. Don't worry about this. This Walton is a handful, isn't he?
Yeah, really puts himself about.
It's with Tim Smith. Tim Smith into the 10-metre zone.
Got to be a good kick. In goal area.
By Willie Isa.
In goal area, put it in.
Mulaney, quick hands from Gleeson. This is Johnson again. He's spinning, he's looking. Oh, he's lost
he went for it. It was worth it. It was worth the goal. He didn't reach.
It was a great effort.
Yeah, you've got to give him full marks for that. He knew it was so close and he tried his damnedest.
The elbow just hit the deck before the ball did, didn't it?
Yeah, sheer weight of the defenders just dislodged it there. Oh, so close.
Slippery customer is Greg Johnson. Very impressive. Impressed last week with him, impressed tonight. Certainly the try that he scored in that first half, it's well worth a look with Bill and the boys on Super League full-time on Monday night.
Well, the last time that Widnes had possession, remember, they tried a little bit too fancy the short pass. They couldn't keep it in. I just get the impression that Dennis Betts will have got the message out and say, hey, come on, let's just go for field position on this occasion. Nothing outstanding, nothing silly, just hard work. They're in a pretty good position to get through the set of 6 and get that kick away.
It's Brown again, whose kick caused pandemonium earlier, but that's a bit too long, a bit too deep, and straight into Mulaney's hands.
It's poor. It was a poor kick.
It's a great chase by Mellor, though.
Yeah, it had to be as well. It looked like Mulaney had got chance to run away, and good solid work again.
Going crazy, Mellor scored the try. 2 quick tackles there. Start of this second half. Junior Sow driving it in again. He's impressive, this young man. Let go by Wigan. I wonder if in the course of history he will come back and haunt Wigan. Yet another of the halfbacks that the club has let go in the years gone by.
Well, a good position now. Will it be a high bomb? I think it might be.
It is off the boot of Smith, another former Wigan number 7. Nasty bounce. Picked up, though, by Jack Owens. He's trapped, though. Walton leading the chase. Oh, big hit. Big hit by Tommy Lee. Helped out by Gleeson.
They felt that to Flynn.
This is really getting stuck in now. Salford.
Yeah, really good defence. Tiger is. Got to be careful. Don't give away a silly penalty.
Christine nearly lost that. Here is Danny Tickle trying to working the ball up the other end of the field. Lee again. And Ashurst quickly in for the tackle. We come forward once again the Vikings.
That's great defence, though, by Salford.
It is. They've restricted Widnes to 18 metres since they got the ball. Mellor looking to get rid of it. Oh, no, he went to kick and he's fooled the ball. Here goes Mellor up the middle. What a run this is. Little dink over the top. An invitation for Stefan Marsh. But there to clean up for Salford, Danny Williams, and he keeps it going to Theo Fard. Game's opening up here.
Unbelievable. Mellor at his best. He knew he was running out of time and space. Had to put the kick thing. Wasn't the best kick, but at least he got them downfield.
Well, you can never switch off, can you? When Alexa Joe Mellor or Tim Smith have got the ball, but both sides are starting to get excited when they're defending. There's a lot of whack going into some of these tackles. Some very brave carries from Widnes bringing the ball away from their own line. McPherson needs to go back, play that ball in the correct spot.
Well, he didn't, but the referee allows him to play on. This is Ashurst again.
This will be another bomb, surely.
Well, it's high, it's off the boot of Tim Smith. It's a bit long, it's a bit deep. Easy for Rhys Hanbury. And Hanbury will try and bring it back. Now then, can Salford replicate that early second half defensive effort on the Widnes line just a few moments ago?
This is electrifying stuff, though, from both sides.
Looks like they can.
They're getting into each other. It's getting very bruisey out there. That's a good run. Good run, though, by Flynn.
Yes, it was. Great run by Paddy Flynn.
And again, you can see Widnes, they've got back into safety first. They've only got the 2-point lead, but they're bossing things at the moment. Good run from Tickle, Dean forward. Again, they've tried something fancy when they really needn't to have done that.
Well, that is forward.
Yep.
But you can tell the story there.
Yeah, you're getting yourself nearer to the halfway line so that your kick can push them into the corner. And what do they do? They give away with it. I mean, Mellor's run was superb, wasn't it? He knew he was running out of steam. Not the best kick, but at least he put him in a great position. He's had a fine game, this fella.
I think if memory serves, we saw a try down the right-hand side. Was it at Warrington last year when Joe Mellor kicked and Jack Owens got on the end of the kick in the corner?
Yep, it was. He was looking to do exactly the same thing as Paul Clough. Needs the field for the blood bin.
Yes, the eye needs treatment, and quickly. Alex Gerrard replaces him. This is a Salford scrum, though.
Sorry, coaches talk about getting the side in the arm wrestle. Well, Salford have done that here for 10 minutes in this second half here now. They've worked hard in defence, they've forced an error. They've got the hand on a great position of the grip here now. Can they control and actually utilise their the possession and field position here now?
Well, they'll try to. Taza is brought to ground.
A little bit more support play as well from Salford. We saw it just before the half-time break, didn't he, when it was a wonderful try by Tommy Lee. That was great support, the best that we've seen tonight from Salford as a team.
Smith turns the ball back to Gleeson. Martin Gleeson will have a little run at the Widnes defence. Willie Isa was there, so too was Lloyd White. Gleeson to his feet. Now, Theo Fage, the Frenchman. Back it comes, good hands again. This is Danny Williams. But they come across and they scramble Widnes very well. Paddy Flynn making sure he was going nowhere.
They stood the ground. No one came out. Kick from Smith. Oh, it's a touch too long. Oh, what a take.
Brilliantly taken by Jack Owens. He wants to get on with this quickly too, and here he goes. Jack Owens, they had to leave him alone until he crossed that 10-metre line.
Great run. I love to see that. What a great take from the winger as well.
Well, he looked really sluggish, didn't he, when he was chasing that kick into his own corner in the first half, but he's injected a little bit of pace into his game since.
I think the Reds have been really competitive at it all games, particularly in the second half. And in fact, it's only the accuracy of the kicks at the end of the sets. Look, they're going toe-to-toe with this Widnes side who started the season so well, and you'd expect them to be in front. But I think the accuracy of the kicks at the end of the sets is letting them down at present.
Danny Gallier with the error there for Widnes.
Well, they've tried it 3 times. The short dummy runner through and the short pass. One was a forward pass. On the other 2 occasions, they've knocked on. It was forward, in fact.
Steve, but if that's the way that you play and that's the way that you believe you should play, you can't go away from it.
When you lead him by forward again.
Sorry, Tez, when you're leading by 2 points, it's field position that counts. You know that. You trundle the ball up all your life.
Oh, steady.
Trundle?
Not in the O'Connor dictionary. Here's Theo Fage.
Slow, if you must know.
Now then, there is a chance here because Tarzai is trundling it forward now. Here comes the last tackle for Salford. Tim Smith. Can he engineer something with that little kick off the outside of the boot? No, he can't. Hanbury has picked it up, and Hanbury spins away from 2. He gets away from 3. He goes past 4. He gets the pass away. Does he? No, he takes the tackle.
Tremendous run, though, isn't it? Boy, they're so adventurous at times. I know I've been critical, but you see the work of Hanbury and Joe Mellor. Outstanding, this. Look at Hanbury here, take the step.
Steve-O, don't be apologetic that you're critical. You've made a career out of it for 25 years. 54 minutes gone. I think I've upset him. What a shame.
No, you haven't upset me. The very first day you did that.
Here now is Mellor. He gets it wide again to Brown. Brown on the inside to Hanbury.
What a hit!
Big hit by Jason Walton.
Walton says, come to daddy, and the fullback Hanbury said, what was that? It had a number on the front, didn't it? Oh, good take.
Took it in the end, Mullaney. There were some Salford hearts in the mouths here.
I tell you what, it nearly popped out on the end of his tongue on that occasion.
Now Gleeson for Salford. Major rebuild, of course, for this club in the last 6 months. They won only 6 of 27 in Super League last year, but they are odds on to make the playoffs for the first time since 2006 this year. And with men like Adrian Morley and Rangi Chase to return, and I mean, there's a host of players, Gareth Hock as well.
Oh, it's been a great performance, and he should be pleased as well, the doctor.
But it's a much more competitive display than it was this time last week. Nice footwork from Mullaney. Lovely footwork from Mullaney. Great ball to Theo Fage. Wonderful try from Theo Fage. Mellor tried to get the tackle in, and Fage bounced out of it. And oh, hang on. This is going for a video referee review. And Stuart, what is he looking for? Tackle completed?
That's what he's looking for, to see if the tackle was completed. My first look was that he'd evaded the tackle. He wasn't held on the ground. But the video referees will be able to see whether he was or not. I think it was after the completion of this run, we get a pass inside, and it's this tackle here. Is this tackle complete? Well, I think on first look there, he's not actually held on the floor. No one's hold of him.
This should be a try.
He should be allowed to get up and play on.
Well, the witness crowd are clapping because they think that they have seen a tackle made.
Well, they'll be wrong. There's no one holding him on the ground. He's not tackled on the ground. He gets up. The only time a hand goes on him is when he's actually standing up, and he's well on his way towards scoring the try.
Yeah, the tackle didn't look as though it was completed there.
He only has to touch him, but I don't think he did.
Try. No one was holding the player. They fell through the tackle. So try.
Full description from Steve Ganson to the crowd here. The Widnes supporters not convinced. The Salford supporters are delighted. No one was holding on to him. He fell through the tackle. Play on. And Theo Fage with the try.
Well, you've got to make sure you get the defence. They held back. They anticipated the kick. They went for this power play, and that was wonderful by Mullaney, the full-back. Back on the inside, good support play. That was great by the Frenchman. Theo Fage did everything right.
What amazing balance from Jake Mullaney here. Just have a little look at him. When he steps off his left, he's got no right to beat all these Widnes defenders. The left, they're throwing their arms around everywhere, then all of a sudden he looks inside and he's got Theo Fage backing up like all good half-back should. Game on, Eddie.
Yeah, game on, and Mullaney from just about in front. Adds the extras. We have got a game on, and it's swung back Salford's way. They now lead 18 points to 14.
Great effort from the full-back, and great support play as well. Look at the step there. Back on the inside. Good position there by Richard Silverwood. He could see quite clearly the pass was A-OK. Mellor could just get the hand to it.
He's a tremendous young prospect, Theo Fage. He's only 19. And that was a great try. Well claimed by Mullaney. Here's Morley. I tried to remember earlier on today. I don't know whether Adrian Morley has ever played on this synthetic surface before. I'm not 100%, but I don't think if he's played once, he's lucky, but I think he's certainly playing tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Eddie, there's a lot of teams in Super League that train on these sort of surfaces, and I know that Adrian would have done that. Adrian would have turned up, not worrying about the pitch. All at the end of the day, it's got a set of posts at one end and a set of posts at the other, and you've got to cross the white line and score a try.
Well, you can see Widnes, they go in pat a cake. No one's going low. Betts will get the message out, say, come on. Someone go for the legs, make sure they can't offload. Back to basics. You made the point, Tez. Remember, I was critical about the fact that Widnes in front, okay, only by 2 points, but they're getting to a point where they were trying to keep the ball alive instead of field position. We've just seen it happen there. Smith doing exactly the right thing, field position. They've got 4 points in front now.
You're right, Steve, but it's easy saying that now about Tim Smith, how he can control the game. Let's finish our sets off well, let's kick it out of play. But Widnes, as I said, last year they scored some brilliant tries.
Problem for Junior Sau.
Which will be a big blow. Well, you can see the reaction from the physio saying he's no good.
Junior Sau disagrees. He doesn't want to leave the field, does he?
Well, it may be a dislocated shoulder. It certainly looks as though it's gone down on that side, isn't it?
Well, he's favouring the shoulder, there's no doubt about that. He will carry on for the time being. Huddersfield leads. Friday night Super League. Sky Sports 1, 7:30. This is competitive. That will be competitive. Phil Joseph's back on. He had a great opening 20 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, he could be the difference.
Clark pops the ball up, and here come Widnes again in the shape of Alex Gerrard. Clark's waiting, still inside their own half. Brown's kick will take them now into Salford territory. The ball bouncing a couple of times and almost evading Mulaney. That's a great run from Brown. That's great chasing of his own kick, that.
Eddie, I've been shouting for it since the restart of the second half, when Widnes really, after scoring and taking the lead, they should have kicked on 4 or 5 occasions. It's obvious that Dennis Betts has got the word out to his to Kevin Brown. Get that kick into the corner. We want field position.
Well, that's Danny Williams for the Devils. He plays the ball to Smith. Smith gives it to Gleeson. Gleeson takes it forward as far as Brown.
He's gone through a lot of work as well, Martin Gleeson.
Dean helped to finish off the tackle. This is Morley. He certainly didn't play here last year, by the way. We know that. We've checked. Anyone got a memory for 2012?
Leave me out of that one.
Whoa! Theo Fage has nicked it. Theo Fage gets the ball away. It goes forward. That was almost brilliant. Almost brilliant.
Well, Widnes stopped. Fage didn't.
Who was it who pulls off the try-saving tackle on Fage, Eddie? That's kept Widnes alive.
Paddy Flynn.
Yes, it has.
He's agree, yeah. He did throw it forward. Paddy Flynn's right.
And the referee is asking the video refs to have just a quick couple of looks and see how we should restart this match. Was it knocked out? Was it flung forward by Theo Fage? It's not knocked out.
Well, he hit him
in
the face, didn't he?
Actually, and it went forward off the hat. Oh, and then a kick.
This is play on.
Eddie, the pass has already gone forward, hasn't it? That's the first defence from
Stewart.
Salford.
Well, what we've got here, the referee's already ruled on a goal line dropout, and that's what he was checking. So the video referees are only going to look at that. So they're looking at they've seen a knock-on by Salford, so we're going for the 20-metre restart.
Yeah, as Stewart was talking, you can probably tell, because the Widnes crowd in front of us have gone crazy. He changed his mind.
Well, it was Howard that took it out eventually, only at the very last moment.
It could have been a heck of a try. Could have been a heck of a try. That was a heck of a... Hasn't Harrison Hansen he's put himself about tonight?
He's been absolutely exceptional. No Gareth Hock. So what does Harrison Hansen do? He's the one who steps up and he says, I'm going to intimidate the opposition.
Well, we saw Junior Sau in a bit of trouble. Bill's got a bit of news about him.
Yeah, he was determined to carry on, and he actually stayed out there for a while trying to work that shoulder injury off, but they've decided to take him off the field. He's gone down the tunnel already.
Oh, what a ball from Stephen Long. Here's Paddy Flynn. Paddy Flynn is tackled brilliantly by Theo Fage.
Should it be a penalty as well, but he's going to get in.
Handbrake for Widnes, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be given this. Paddy Flynn was held up centimetres short of the line. They played the ball. It looked as though they'd made a complete porridge of it. Handbrake Hanbury picked it up, and he gets over for the try. Widnes level again.
Quick hands out to the winger here, right across the three-quarter line. See how he missed it out. Marsh gets set. What about the pass? Sucked him in. Did the right thing. Didn't panic. Play the ball quickly. Hanbury said, "Let me have it. Let me have it." And he's got it. You can see there. I think it was Theo Farge who was on the floor, was it? Either way, he's just got a fingertip to it.
Joe Mellor right in the middle of the ruck there, Stuart. Is there a question mark about this one?
Well, I think he was out the way. He's on the ground. I don't think he's actually interfered with any of the players that have come across, and that's probably why the referees awarded that try.
I think you're being generous. I think you're being very, very generous. Touch judges and referees didn't spot it anyway. Paddy Flynn and made the break, and Joe Mellor was, well, he was legs and arms and all sorts of things all over the place, but Hanbury scores the try. It's given.
Well, he could have looked at all sorts of things, couldn't he, official Richard
I just wonder
Silverwood.
why he didn't, Stephen.
I know, but he could have looked at all sorts, because a lot of the Salford players were offside. They didn't get behind the line. It was a real melee, but you've got to give him a lot of credit, the fullback, Rhys Hanbury.
This kick will see the lead change hands if he kicks it for the fourth time.
Well, this is what they brought him for. Not exclusively for goal kicking. It's not like American football where he gets to rest and comes on to get the glory point here, but
yeah, this is
when they did the recruitment plans. This is one of the reasons why they decided to go after this guy.
Well, it's his favourite way, isn't it?
Yes, and he'd been sort of promised and coming. He was on his way for 18 months prior to getting here, wasn't he? And they stayed very keen on him. Goal kicker of some quality. We've ruined him. No, we haven't. Fourth time the lead changes hands. Widnes knows their way back in front. 20 points to 18. Don't you just love your Thursday night rugby league?
Absolutely brilliant, Eddie. And the ball goes wide here. Junior Sal's just left the park. And it's Jason Walton, and just give the ball early to a speedster like Stephen Marsh, who pulls in the winger, and Paddy Flynn runs just straight and hard. He gets up, he plays the ball as quick as he can. The scramble in defence from Salford. Clever read by Rhys Hanbury. Said Eddie, game on. This is an absolute fantastic game.
Yes, it's a tremendous advert for both of these clubs. And when you consider what happened to Salford last week, the change in 7 days for them has been remarkable. Brian Noble's done a great job. Dennis Betts has done a good job as well, preparing his men for a third straight home game. They're both desperate to get up there with 6 points alongside the likes of Leeds and Castleford and St Helens.
Another great kick, kicking early, went on the third. And that is good tactics. Never mind the fancy stuff. They've taken the lead again. Betts would have got the message out. Come on, boys, keep turning them back. Big problem for Salford, the hooker, Stuart Howard. He looks as though he's in a lot of trouble.
Almost through, Danny Williams. Important tackle by Mellor. Joseph was there as well. Here's Theo Farge again. And now it's with Matty Ashurst. Actually, on the evidence of the 63 minutes we've seen, a draw would be a fair result tonight.
Yeah, they've both played well.
They've played really well.
Yeah,
it's been a really entertaining game. It really has. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Hope you have as well at home. As I say, Thursday night Super League is alive and well and kicking, and there's a forward pass greeted with delight by the Widnes supporters. Not so on the Salford bench.
Lack of concentration there by Howard. It took an eternity for him to pick the ball up. No doubt about it. Look at that. You've got to have enough common sense to be able to say, hang on, I'm too slow at the dummy half. I should keep hold of it.
Do you know, Eddie, you said earlier that Salford haven't been a good second half side so far this season. Well, in the 23 minutes they've done pretty well today here. The defence, the tackle success is similar. They've made a similar amount of ground with the meters, and they've managed to break their opponent's line. You know what? The score accurately reflects the game so far. Can Salford play now into the last 15?
Well, the match is here for the winning. This time, last week, the game was done and dusted. Saints were going home with the points. Not so tonight. It's very much in the balance. 2 points, nothing. 15.5 minutes left for play. Clark at dummy half. Joseph gives it then to Mellor. Mellor then to Brown. Brown gets it away to Hanbury. Here comes Rhys Hanbury again down that left-hand side, bouncing through the tackles. Lee eventually gets to him.
Incredible run by the fullback yet again.
It's with Christine. He started all the fun with the opening try of the match. He goes down 12 metres shy of the line. Tackle number 4. Clark in the dummy half. The skipper finds Kevin Brown again. Brown shows it to a couple. Gives it then to Lulawai. Fabulous try from Widnes. Fabulous try from Kevin Brown. Kevin Brown, a 12-year rugby league career, and he's now just 4 tries away from 100. He missed Huddersfield last week, a hat-trick against London, a try against Salford here last April, a try here tonight, and that could just break the Devils' hearts.
Tremendous play by Brown. The inside pass. He's been noted for this throughout his career. Throws the dummy, gets it through, back on the inside. That is wonderful. Watch him look as though they're coming for the inside pass. Throws the dummy, back on the inside. Tremendous. That's the game breaker. And not surprisingly, he gets happy with that. And why wouldn't you?
Well, Kevin Brown was the big investment 2013, Danny Tickle the big investment 2014, and Dennis Betts punching the air with delight. Brown's try and Tickle about to take the conversion, and this will be the first time that we've had an 8-point lead in this match for either side. Salford, if Tickle kicks this, and I'd put Phil's mortgage on it, I'm that confident, if Tickle kicks this, well, Salford have to score twice. Brian Noble down to the sideline, barking out the instructions, trying to get the message across. Well, they've got to come back from the dead here.
Yeah, he'll be looking for the short kick-off, won't he? That's the main reason he came down on the sidelines. No point in kicking it deep. They've got to get possession.
Time on.
The money's safe, Phil. Tickle adds the extras.
You know what, it makes that contentious penalty just before half-time even more important now, doesn't it? The 8 points rather than the 6. Now, Kevin Brown's a man here you'd expect with his experience here. He's controlling the ball here. He's toying with the defenders with the ball in his hand, waiting for the right time. You know, that's the thing about the best passes of the ball. It's the timing more than anything, and he had that to perfection.
Well, Brian Noble might have asked for a short kick-off. It never came, if he did.
Well, I can't believe it. They've kicked right into the corner.
Well, last week they conceded 12 points in the last 8 minutes. You know what? 14 minutes is a long time in a game of rugby league, Steve. They don't necessarily need the ball back just yet. They're going to get opportunities out there in the 13+ minutes we've got remaining.
Yes, they will, but they've got to score twice.
You've got to take the hat off to the coach, Dennis Betts, as well. They were trying to be a little bit too fancy. And he said, I'm sure he's in the message saying, we play to percentage into the corner, getting that good field position. Here comes the wrecking ball again.
Joseph to his feet, plays it quickly. Clark bounces off a couple of missing too many tackles. McGrath, pass to Tickle. Tickle on the angle run, gets the ball away, bounces behind everybody. It's picked up by Jack Owens on that far side.
They've still got a tackle up the sleeve, which is good.
Well, they're playing with confidence, Widnes, aren't they? If that last one had stuck, here's Brown again, up the outside of the boot. That's poor, though, into the arms of Jake Mullaney.
Yeah, it should have been a dribble into that corner. It would have created more confusion than that. Good position, though, Mullaney. This is where they've got to make sure their defence is solid.
Steve-O, if Dennis is sending out any messages, it's make sure that the ruck speed's quick, because that set of 6 proved what Widnes can do if they're playing on the back of some decent play of the balls. You've got John Clark getting out, you've got Joe Melly, you've got Kevin Brown, you've got players who like to attack. Salford need to produce some quick play of the balls for the likes of Theo Fage and Tim Smith if they want to get back in this game.
Well, Widnes will be forever grateful for the licensing system that got them back into Super League a couple of years ago. They finished bottom of the table. Any other year, when licensing not there, they'd have been relegated straight away. They were allowed to build.
And it worked.
And it worked for them, and it's working this year. There's no doubt about it. They've got the likes of Hanbury. They've got the likes of Tickle now. They've got Kevin Brown. They've built and built and built. And Dennis Betts is doing a great job.
I think Salford needed a penalty in that set. and I make a point about penalties. This referee is well regarded in our sport. I don't believe we've had a penalty in the second half, 28 minutes. Some might say that's good refereeing, some might say he's missed a few. But the fact that we haven't had a penalty hasn't given Salford or witness to it the repeated sets to kick the ball deep and attack from there. That's what Salford are desperate for. Some good field position to give themselves a chance of scoring.
Maybe no penalties shows that we've got two very disciplined sides on duty here.
And that's the reason why we've got a good game.
It has been a good game. Oh, that's off the back of a player. Now then it's to charge down full field. So close. He knows it. He knows it more than anyone in this ground.
That was a six-pointer and he knew it. You're spot on, Eddie. Wasn't the best kick there by Joe Mellor. He took it in and then just lost it.
Would that have been judged as a charge down, Stuart? Because he turned his back.
No,
he was advancing towards the ball, but he turned his back.
He stopped. He didn't play at the ball, so it can't be classed as a charge down. That would have just been, you know, would have been first tackle anyway, but it wasn't a charge down.
It would have been an interesting decision, because was Theophage in front of the ball when it came back off the play? I mean, it's academic now, it don't matter, but you know what I mean?
Well, either way, it would have been offside, whether he'd played it or not. So I think he was actually probably just behind. I think he was playing.
They didn't give the penalty for offside, so he must have been, mustn't he? OK, let's get down to Bill. 10 to go, Bill.
Yeah, meanwhile, Salford's injury problems mounting. We saw Junior Sal coming off. Now, they've already, of course, lost some big-name players who they'd signed. Gareth Hock, Francis Melly, Rangi Chase, of course, already out. Junior Sal came off with a shoulder injury. He's been examined. They're hoping it's just a soft tissue injury. Potentially, it's more serious than that.
Oh dear, that's forward from Brown. That is forward from Kevin Brown.
Why does he want to try to do it? I know he created a great try before, but I cannot believe it that 8 points in front he comes up with something like that. Little wonder I didn't want to become a coach.
Steve, I'll say it again, because that's why they sign him. They sign him to create opportunities. Unfortunately, that's gone forward. I've seen him score a number of tries this year with players like that, and last year, and we all wax lyrical about how good they were. And I get what your point is, that they're 8 points in front, the clock's ticking down. You can't change the DNA of a side.
Well,
if
you might change the DNA of this match.
If you lose Williams, sorry, Eddie.
Go on.
If you can lose him by 6 points, yeah, have a go for it. But not when you're winning by 8.
Oh, he hit that and pasted Walton.
He's had a big game, this guy.
Good job, Gerrard was there. He stopped him. Well, he delayed him, should I say, because he kept going. There's Howarth. Here's Theophage. Growing influence on the match, Theophage. Tim Smith, Martin Gleeson. Little stuttering run, gets the pass away. Oh, Greg Johnson thought he was on the way. Kevin Brown with the tackle. Here is Harrison Hansen, flooding forward now, Salford. This is Morley. Bounces off a couple, gives it then to Fage. He has another go at them, ducks under one. Can't get away from McGrath Luluai. 4 tackles gone. Inching towards the line, Salford. Smith. Smith finds Gleeson. Gleeson goes wide. The referee says there's a knock on here. Referee says there's a knock on.
Well, they had the opportunity.
Heaven feed to Widnes, who came off the chest. Hansen's disputing the call.
Well, unlucky. He said that perhaps there was a touch to it.
And the ball came forward in the air, he's saying, Stuart, spot on or not?
Well, I'm not sure it's hit his hand, has it? Has it hit him on the top of the shoulder?
I think he had a fingertip to it. Either way, he's given the forward pass knock on. It doesn't matter.
Must have a fingertip on his shoulder. Brian looking a little glum.
Well, you've also got to give Brian Noble a little bit of credit as well. You know, late in the second half, okay, they saw themselves behind. And he must have told the message, look, get young Theophage taking first receiver. Put Tim Smith out of the industry. And it's worked.
Time is of the essence for Salford now. They need to score quickly if they're going to get back into this match. Remember, they have to score twice. It's an 8-point ball game. And we're 7 minutes away from the final siren. Here is Danny Tickle again. A posse of 3 bring him down. John Clark. And a big hoof downfield from Mellor over the head, or attempting to go over the head of Williams. He drops it backwards.
That's play on, though. Oh, that's impressive. Impressive chase.
Yeah, Marsh leading away.
It was a great kick.
Mellor, the kicker.
And who's the first there? The man that put boot to ball, Mellor. He's had a fine match as well.
Gleeson just can't get through. Martin Gleeson, 33 years of age, and here comes Walton again. I've been impressed with this fella.
Yeah, he's got through a lot of work, and he's caused a lot of problems.
Ashurst will take them into Widnes territory. Theo Farge gets it away to Tommy Lee, gets through one, gets the ball away to Farge. Good job that Gerrard was there to bring him down. Quick play the ball. Howarth to Smith. Smith then to Gleeson. Dropped. Picked up by Gerrard. Widnes get the ball back with 6 to go.
He knows they're playing catch-up football. He knows that they had to take the risk.
I tell you what, it was a good job. It was a good job he stepped off that left, Phil Joseph. Adrian Morley had him in his sights.
Morley's just had Tickle in his sights and gets him down. This now is Stephen Marsh. 2 tries against London for Stephen Marsh in the first round. Clark, Mellor thought about the pass, had to take the tackle instead from Pulatua.
Into the corner, don't get it up. That's better. Oh no, it's ricocheted.
It has ricocheted, and Smith had it back briefly. Willie Ice has pinched it. 6 to go, Widnes. Here comes Gerrard again. Into the last 5. Clark with one hand off the ground, gives it then to Joseph. He slips. Tackle's not complete. Now it is. No, it wasn't. Play on was the call. Clark. Brown. Has he got this down? Well, the ball's on the deck, but has he got proper grounding on it? Oh, he has. He has. He's not repelled that one upstairs. That had a massive question mark on it. And Kevin Brown gets 2. Gets the applause from Steve O'Connor. A punch of the air with delight. A smile on the face. And no wonder he's smiling, because that had a question mark all over it.
You're right, I can't believe it. Was the tackle completed? Was the offload allowed? Was that a knock-on by Isa? Did all sorts there. But he allowed him to play on. This is the incident. Was he tackled? He said no.
He's not tackled. He wasn't held. Like the Theo Farge one earlier on, he wasn't held.
Well, he gets on his back first as Kevin Brown. This is the incident. Play on, he says, and you can see that Salford players, they were just shouting at the referee. And he gets it.
I think the ball's on the ground eventually. You know, he's deemed the tackle isn't complete. He keeps moving. The ball goes down at that point. That's where Richard Silverwood sees it on the floor, and that's when he awards the try.
Yeah, and looking at that, he had full control. So the question mark is rubbed out. What will not be rubbed out is the fact that Widnes have gone 3 from 3 at the start of the season. Okay, all of them at home. They face a massive test next up against Leeds Rhinos when they leave this home ground and go on their travels. But then they return with a couple more home games against Hull and London. Can they cement a place in the top 4 in the next 3 weeks? They've certainly won this one now.
They've been impressive. They really have.
And he will be bemoaning his luck.
Yeah. They had the opportunity. They took the lead on 2 occasions during this match.
Hull and Bradford next on the horizon for Widnes, I beg your pardon. They played London, of course, already here, first week. So it's Hull and Bradford to come after Leeds next week. Tickle. Money well spent.
He's a quality person, he's a quality player, and what he brings to the side is professionalism. And you can put this try down, Kevin Brown's try down, to Phil Joseph. The referee was shouting out, he's not held, he's not held. So Phil Joseph stands up, plays to the whistle, here's the referee's call, fights to get the ball away. John Clark, and I've never seen Kevin Brown come onto a crash ball like that, and that's a good effort from Kevin Brown, and that is what you buy. When you buy quality players, you buy leaders, Eddie.
Yes, 32-18. We've got just over 2 minutes remaining. And, well, Widnes will come home with the points tonight. Played 3, won 3 on this ground. 100%ers. They will match St Helens at this moment. They will match Leeds. They will match Castleford. 2 defeats in successive matches now for the big spenders from the AJ Bell Stadium in Salford.
Another great kick there from the hooker, John Clark.
And an enthusiastic chase.
Yeah, it's been good all throughout this game. That's one of the areas that Dennis Betts has worked hard on. Okay, there was a couple of errors, missed tackles when perhaps they should have gone low. They didn't, went high and suffered the consequences.
Dr. Marwan Kukash has seen enough. He has seen the second half fade out for Salford in 4 matches.
Well, it's certainly an improvement in what it was against St Helens last week.
Still a defeat though, Steve.
Yeah, I know it's a defeat.
Well, he promised they wouldn't play as badly again. They haven't tonight.
Do you know, if you talk about performance with Salford, although they won the first 2 games, I've been more impressed with what they've done in this game, working as a team and the defensive efforts. I think they've been outstanding.
And Harrison Hansen's been outstanding too. Brown with an important tackle. He's got cramp for his pains. Smith with a dab along the deck. It bounces for Hanbury.
He's had a fine game as well, along with the halfback, Joe Miller, standoff, Kevin Brown. Little wonder that Betts is smiling. He's every right to, because he knows he has engineered a good team unit.
There's some bandages on that bench as well, isn't there, for the heads?
And they've really worked hard.
Some headaches tonight.
It's stood by the players, Eddie, that have showed up very well at the start of this season. To have 2 good players on the sideline and ignore them and give them the opportunity, the likes of Flynn, Jack Owens, and they have not let the side down. It's been a good team effort.
6 Super League wins in a row for Widnes now. Best ever run in the Super League, stretching back to the back end of last year, of course. Luluai and McGrath Luluai. He is the cousin of Leeds Rhinos Kiley, who we will see on Sky Sports tomorrow, I think.
And that's why
if he gets the nod.
That's why you have a player in your side like John Clark. Again, knows he's only seconds, kick into the corner, and the game is over.
Well, Steve O'Connor, the owner of the club, and the fans in front of us will celebrate a great win, engineered by Joe Mellor and company. And they were 12-8 down at half-time. Mellor's try at the start of the second half gave them the confidence to kick on. Theo Fage and Mulaney's goal wrested the advantage back in Salford's direction on 55 minutes. And then Hanbury, Brown with his 2, all improved by Danny Tickle. And the match was won for the Widnes Vikings. Terrific win. Terrific win for Widnes. They march on, unbeaten in 3 home matches. But